Okay, this is the 10th tape in Practicing Computer Shorthand, and it covers study frames 146 through 157. Okay, the first frame is 146, which is final RL. And just to stop and note something, with a few of the subsequent frames here, there's going to be a similar concept that applies. We have final RL, final RP, final RM, final RN, final RK, and with all of these, I tend to, if I hear the I sound, regardless of how it's spelled, I write it with the I and the two consonants that are following it. I find that easiest because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you may not like that as well. So, for instance, in the word pearl, I would write that P-I-R-L, but if you're left-handed, you may prefer to write it P-A-E-R-L. So that's just a note that's going to apply to a few of the subsequent frames that we're covering. So with frame 146, final RL, here are the words: furl, girl, pearl, swirl, twirl. Okay, frame 147, final RP, escarp, sharp, tarp, usurp. Okay, frame 148, final RM, affirm, alarm, deform, disarm, dorm, firm, form, germ, harm, infirm, and that is 10 words. Inform, norm, reform, storm, term, warm. Okay, frame 149, final RN, born, burn, earn, govern, horn, intern, learn, return, turn, warn. Okay, frame 150, final RK. Bark, clerk, dark, fork, jerk, lurk, mark, park, perk, spark, work. Okay, frame 151 is final RCH, and with this stroke I tend to just omit the R and just write the CH, so I don't have to tag on any additional ending strokes. Okay. Church, lurch, march, search. Okay, frame 152, final RV. I tend not to favor this stroke to write it as FRB. For some reason it's never really worked well for me, so I tend to use IRB instead, but you know, it all depends on your preference. Okay. Conserve, curve, nerve, observe, preserve, reserve, serve, starve, swerve. And just a note about the word starve, obviously you wouldn't write that with an I. I would probably do that STARB. It does create a conflict with the word stash, so I would just write that as a conflict in my dictionary. That's probably what I would do. Okay, frame 153, final RF. With these words, I believe what I've ended up doing the most is to omit the R. That doesn't work perfectly conflict-free for every word, but generally I find that it's you know, in consonant combinations on the end, if you omit the first one, you can do a respectable outline. That way you don't have to do two strokes again. Some people also do this stroke with the FR key, with FR strokes, so that's another way to do that too. Okay. Surf, turf, wharf. Okay, frame 154 is final NAL. Okay. Canal, final, penal, renal, signal, vinyl. Okay, frame 155 is final FRT or VRT. Avert, comfort, convert, covert, discomfort, divert, effort, overt, pervert, revert, subvert. Okay, 156 is the conflict resolution stroke for the right hand. Again, just to review this, this is for when you have two words that sound exactly the same phonetically, and rather than trying to devise two different strokes for the words, such as the example we gave last time was pride, the past tense of pry, and pride as in taking pride in yourself. Rather than trying to devise two different outlines for those two words and trying to remember them on the fly, it can tend to create hesitation with these outlines that don't differ much. It's easier sometimes just to attach a conflict stroke to the one that you would judge to be less common. Okay, so a handy one for the right hand might be EUR. It's very accessible. Okay, and frame 157 is the final frame for this tape, and it's all punctuation marks. So first we have the dash, quotation marks, hyphen, open parentheses, close parentheses, new paragraph. And just to note about quote marks, some theories have a separate outline for open quote and close quote. I personally choose not to use that because I could never remember which one was which at the time. So I just use one outline for open and close. Okay. Okay, so this completes the 10th dictation tape for practicing computer shorthand. And practice hard and keep those fingers flying.